Hey everyone, coming at you today with a video just discussing some things as far as the tactical community and prepared citizenry, however you want to say that, goes. Seen some great live streams and podcasts lately with people talking about how to network and get together and do training and things like that. Just wanted to kind of throw some other ideas out there for people because it seems like a lot of people are having issues with networking in some ways and things like that. Now, notwithstanding the abundance of access to various communities and groups using the internet for networking, for one, that is a good tool, and there are some good people out there that you can try and network with in a regional kind of capacity and application. There's other things that you can do too, though. As far as just for the training aspect, there's a lot of training companies out there. You can go and get training, and not just flat range firearm stuff. Even though elements of that training are important, but there's a lot of other advanced training shooting schools out there, but other advanced training organizations out there, and there's some other programs that are being created and developed by people that pop up, all the time. So I know Randall Gruntproof has a program now doing a number of things. You've got the One Shepherd Leadership Institute. You've got is it Dark or Darce? I think they're around Little Rock, Arkansas. They have courses for civilians that expand past just your flat range stuff for emergency training and things like that. There's other training out there too. There are a number of training groups out there, and those are just some examples, but use your analytical skills and do some research and go digging around. You'll find organizations that openly market themselves on various platforms, but also have websites and everything. That tool is there, and those organizations are there. So that's a big one to look at, as well as there are a number of training organizations out there that do expanded training. I think NC Scout, I believe it's I believe he has a training group as well. There's a number of other ones too, not just those. I'm actually still working on a training program myself, but I'm so busy. I've got a lot of other stuff on my plate that makes it difficult. But I'm still working on that curriculum and just kind of getting some of that stuff squared away. But take it for what it is. There's a lot of training accessibility out there, at least for American citizens here in the U.S., that you can take advantage of. Some cost more than others. For what you're getting for training with, say, One Shepherd Leadership Institute, very much a reasonable price and very much worth it. To include the other events and programs that they have in partnership with SNS Training Solutions, specifically for the Missouri Alpha Company location, like Winter Forge that I've gone to before. Pretty good refresher for some of the winter warfare stuff. But again, that's stuff I recommend. So training stuff aside, as far as networking goes, again, the internet is a good tool. I'm not going to beat that dead horse about talking about that. Other things that you can do. If there's a good, maybe fraternal organization near you, like or an AMVETS post or a VFW post or whatever, you're bound to run into some people who may fall in line with what your views are, and somebody to start talking to, networking with, have a beer with, and maybe start getting together and doing some training and just kind of working some continuity for a mutual aid, mutual assistance group, as much as training partners. That's one way to do it locally. And other people have talked about this before in videos. I'm not saying anything new under the sun here. Just kind of throwing out some ideas that people don't think about per se. Because a lot of people just complain on the internet. You have to be proactive with networking, and it can be in a number of ways, and that example that I just gave is just one of them. There's many other examples, to include, if you're a member of another club of some kind, or you've got some local college buddies you may not have talked to in a little bit, but they're still near you, or whatever, and just start talking and networking. Same with friends of friends circles, those expanded 6 degrees of separation circles, so to speak, because inevitably there's going to be people in there, again, depending on what your views are, and all that are going to have some commonplace, and if they're near you, figure out how to meet up and network. The other thing that I wanted to throw out there, and is a big one, is you can always start an organization, like a registered organization, like an LLC or a 501c3, kind of status organization, a nonprofit or something. Something local for you that you can kind of have a handle on, and start actually doing some adequate vetting of people once interest takes hold, and people do start, wanting to link up, through organizational networking and things like that. That's a way to do it too. Ephraim Matos, Stronghold Rescue and Relief, he started that organization and then went to several foreign countries, and is in foreign country right now doing a number of things, to include armed response and relief work, as well as medical aid relief work and stuff. So that's a way to establish a structured organization for you locally that is a partner emergency response group, emergency assistance group for your community, for you locally. And that's a way then, with an official organization, to be able to go and network with law enforcement, emergency managers, fire, EMS, and other organizations like that in your area, Red Cross, things like that. So take that for what it is, something to think about. It doesn't cost that much per se to start an organization like that. It can get kind of convoluted with organizational structure, nuances, all the business practices, all that stuff. You can make it, but there are ways to make it as simple as possible for you. So something to think about. That's just one of those other things I wanted to throw out there. You don't just have to be, terminally online, so to speak, to do networking for yourself locally. Just go out and meet people. Be social. A lot of people are lacking social skills anymore, so go practice your social skills and talk to people. You never know what kind of opportunity and network prospect that can bring. So that's a big one still, is just putting yourself out there. A lot of people don't want to do that. Well, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You want to be a recluse and then say you don't have anyone to network with. Got to kind of fix that, right? So just one of those things. So just a little bit of a discussion with just some points about networking and organization and things like that. If you want to really do the right thing for your community and do things the right way, there are ways to do it. So you just work on finding the right group of people, or the right people to bring into a group, and get that organization structured. So that's really all I have to say on this one. So just a little quick discussion here. So but yeah, that's all I got. So more stuff coming soon. Metal up. Out.